Hey everybody, welcome to volume number 7 of my 10-string E9 pedal steel basics. And in this one we're going to be working on single note playing, major scales, and pick blocking, so muting with the right hand. So basically this is the stuff that I'm currently practicing, to get a better understanding of the instrument, to work on my right hand technique and my muting technique, and also to kind of break away from playing chords right now and grips to now we're playing individual notes. So we're just going to be in the key of G for this one, and I'm going to be showing you a major scale. We're going to extend it out, and then I'm going to show you a bunch of these pick blocking exercises and licks or whatever you want to call them to really clean up your right hand playing. So let's jump on into this and learn this G major scale. Okay, let's focus on this G major scale ascending. It's one octave. We're here on our 3rd fret. Not much going on with the bar hand. I'm just making sure I'm directly over that fret. And as you can see in this one, I'm actually wearing shoes as opposed to just socks. I found that these thin-soled shoes seems to work pretty nice. As I keep learning pedal steel and trying out different things, I'll kind of let you know what I'm learning. So I think these are Skechers, just thin-soled like loafers or something, but they seem to work pretty nice with pedal steel. Okay, so let's start here. Remember, it's 10 strings, so 10, 9, 8. So we're starting on our 8th string with our thumb. Now let's just focus in on just those two notes right now. And this is what pick blocking is. Just pick with your thumb. When my index plucks, then I mute out what I just played with my thumb. Okay, so if we keep going up the scale, thumb, index, middle. Let's just focus on those 3 notes right now. Check out what I'm doing with my thumb. Now this seems to be working for me right now. Like I said, pedal steel's pretty complex, and as I keep learning, I may be changing some things in the future, but this is at least how I'm doing it right now. So thumb, index, middle. Check out that thumb. Thumb, mute, mute. Okay, now what we do is we're going to get our pedals going on here. So we're starting on an 8th string, 7th string, 6th string, then B pedal. Now I'm just going to move up. Notice how my thumb moved up and muted out what I just played so that my middle finger can play the next note. And then on that next note, you push your A pedal down. Okay. Now move back up with your thumb to mute out what you just played, and your middle finger is going to come all the way up to your 2nd string. This is a really weird jump. To play that 2nd string right there. And then thumb will come up to play your 4th string. So that's just a G major scale ascending, which means just going up. So real slow. We're really wanting to focus in on the pick blocking and the muting so we don't get all that happening. We really want those individual notes to ring out. Thumb, index, notice how I mute, middle, B pedal, middle finger, pedal, all the way up to your 2nd string, and then thumb on that 4th string. Okay, so there's a major scale going up. Now we basically would do the same thing coming back down. Let's go real slow now. So right where that 4th string, 3rd fret, thumb, middle. Notice how the muting that happens. Pluck with my thumb. When I pluck with my middle, my thumb comes back down to mute out what I just played. Okay. Now we go. Now basically I'm going to be using my thumb for the rest of these. They're in measure 4. Actually, the end of measure 3 there. So you're basically, from what we just got done playing, we should be pushing down on A and B pedal. So now instead of pushing down, we're going to let it off since we're descending the scale. So A pedal, B pedal off, thumb, thumb. So those, as you could tell, I was taking off my foot. So A pedal off, B pedal off, thumb, thumb. Now look at what's going on with my index and middle finger. They're not up like that, moving around. As I'm coming down these strings, my index and middle are following my thumb. Just basically a string right above my thumb. As I'm coming down, those guys are following my thumb down with me. So let's start that again. So A and B pedal down, because we're picturing we went up the scale, so now we're coming back down the scale. So 4th string thumb. See what I did there? If I didn't mute out, you would get this. We don't want that. We want thumb, mute. So that timing there is what's going to be hard for you, I think. Okay, so thumb, middle. Now just bring the thumb down and have index and middle follow the thumb down as you're playing that scale down. So that was A pedal off, B pedal off, thumb, thumb. And, that's just how I'm playing it now, just that thumb coming down. It seems to be that this is an example of the right hand finger, and you may find something that you like better or that works for you better, and I say go for it. But for me, this is the easiest way that I've found, at least, to play this. So let's play the scale up slowly and down slowly, and then we'll move on. Here we go. B pedal, A pedal, 2nd string, now back down. So the hard part, if your hand's coming up off the strings, is being able to know where your right hand's at, if this is real new for you. For me, individual notes on pedal steel right now is pretty challenging, pretty difficult. So always having my index and middle finger on the strings above my thumb really helps me, to know where I'm at kind of when I'm playing this. So my suggestion as far as practicing this is to go over and over and get to the point to where you don't have to look at your right hand when you're playing this. You can just, play it without looking. And the other trick is really get that thumb to mute out. Up. A lot going on there with all the muting and then the pedals, making sure your bar is directly over the fret. And the other thing is the right hand positioning. See if you can see that. I kind of just barely have the heel of my hand up off the string. So it's not like this, but it's just barely up off those strings, so that if I ever do want to do any palm blocking or muting with my right hand instead of pick blocking, all I got to do is just drop it just a little bit. But it's real close to the strings. Okay, now let's jump on into all these pick blocking exercises and scale exercises, licks, whatever you want to call them. Let's do that now. Okay, so starting there at measure 5, this is going to be pick blocking scale exercise number 1. And it's basically just a part of that major scale. We're going up and coming back down. But this is something, man, it's really been helping me with my techniques. Let me play it for you, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. We'll talk about it. Just that simple thing there. A couple different ways to play it. So starting on that 8th string with your thumb, and then index, come up and mute right when you pluck the next string. B pedal on, B pedal off, and then bring it back down. And what you're going to end up getting with that is that's just, check out my thumb there. Mute, mute. I'm almost more concerned with the muting than the plucking of each note. And that's a nice one too, because to just what your thumb just muted out, as you come back down, your thumb's already in position to play that. So that's just a really a tricky one to get because you don't want this sound. You know, all that we want. See how my index and middle come back down to mute out, and I end up right back in the same position that I started in. As you can tell from the tab, that's my B pedal that I'm pushing down there. Now, the couple ways that you could play it, you could, instead of playing your thumb, the second to last note there, you could do index, I guess. If you wanted to. Index or thumb, whatever works for you. So start off slow, and just what you're listening for is if you can hear each individual note. And you're really getting that muting going. Okay, let's go on to the exercise number 2 now.